Did you know there is a secret hidden in the Bible that few people know about? Today we're going to reveal the shocking truth about the most mysterious group in Revelation, the 144,000 chosen ones. They have a secret mission during the end times. Could you be part of this group? Or are they already among us? And the most surprising question, what happens to those who are not sealed? By the end of this video, you will understand everything the Bible truly says about them. So stay until the end as I unveil connections that no one explains and reveal something that could prepare you for the final judgment. Among the many mysteries that permeate the pages of the Bible, few are as intriguing as the number 144,000, explicitly mentioned in the book of Revelation, chapters 7 and 14. This number has raised profound questions among scholars and Christians for centuries. But why is it so significant? And, perhaps more importantly, what does it reveal about God's plan for the end times? The context in which the number appears is crucial to understanding it. In Revelation 7:4, it is described as a group sealed by God, made up of 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. The specific mention of these tribes raises intriguing questions. Are these chosen ones literally linked to the Israelite lineage? Or does the text use symbolism to refer to a spiritual people? The exact number, 144,000, seems calculated to represent perfection and completeness, a product of 12 times 12 multiplied by 1,000, a number often symbolizing fullness in biblical narratives. Still, a major question remains. Are these 144,000 chosen ones a literal number of people, or do they represent something greater? Some interpreters view the number as symbolic, pointing to the universal scope of God's people, while others believe it refers to a specific literal group marked for a unique purpose during the Great Tribulation. This debate continues to fuel curiosity and fervor among those seeking to understand Revelation's prophecies. One thing, however, is certain. The number 144,000 is not mentioned by chance. It carries the weight of divine revelation, a piece of the biblical mystery waiting to be unraveled in the light of the rest of Scripture. It connects the chosen ones to the Lamb and to God's plan for the last days, a plan revealed layer by layer, leading us from one mystery to the next. When we come across the description of the 144,000 in Revelation 7, 4 through 8, and Revelation 14, 1 through 5, a fascinating question arises. Who are these chosen ones? The text provides a detailed yet symbolic vision. These individuals, sealed by God, are described as being from the 12 tribes of Israel, each tribe contributing 12,000 people. However, this does not necessarily mean they are literal descendants of Israel, but rather a group representing God's spiritual people, including both Jews and Gentiles, united by faith in the Lamb. One of the most intriguing characteristics is that the 144,000 are described as not defiled with women and as virgins, Revelation 14:4. Here, the figurative language points to spiritual purity, indicating a group uniquely set apart to serve God without reservation. This does not refer to physical literalism, but to their dedication to God's plan, remaining untainted by the corrupt systems of this world. They are a faithful remnant, chosen to remain unwavering in their devotion during the most challenging times. The connection to the 12 tribes of Israel cannot be overlooked. Each tribe represents an aspect of God's people, but it is interesting to note that the list of tribes in Revelation differs from other biblical lists. For instance, the tribe of Dan is absent, while Manasseh, Joseph's son, is included. This difference may have a theological purpose, symbolizing God's selective care in organizing his people for the fulfillment of his work in the last days. But why are they described with such exclusivity? the 144,000 are presented as the first fruits for God and the Lamb, indicating that they play a special role in the divine plan. Revelation 14:4. They are a distinguished group marked by a unique song that no one else can learn. Their mission and identity point to a level of purity and consecration that sets them apart from other groups mentioned in Revelation. However, the 144,000 are not only identified as a special group, but also entrusted with a singular and vital mission during the Great Tribulation. Revelation 7:3-4 provides an important clue. They are sealed on their foreheads with the seal of God. This seal, beyond being a symbol of divine protection, also identifies them as belonging exclusively to Him. Thus, their mission is directly tied to God's plan for redemption and judgment in the end times. During the Great Tribulation, a period of unprecedented divine judgment, the 144,000 are described as the first fruits for God and the Lamb. Revelation 14:4. This means they represent the initial harvest of a redeemed people. Amidst chaos, their spiritual purity and unwavering faithfulness make them a living testimony of God's grace and power during times of profound darkness. But what exactly do they do? While the biblical text does not detail all their actions explicitly, there are strong indications that their mission is directly related to proclaiming God's message. Just as the trumpets and bowls in Revelation announce judgments, the 144,000 marked with the divine seal appear to be chosen witnesses to declare God's glory and justice to the world. Their role would be to guide and strengthen the faithful remnant during a period of fierce persecution by the Antichrist system. The seal on their foreheads holds profound significance, symbolizing a spiritual protection that distinguishes them from those marked with the sign of the beast. This echoes the vision in Ezekiel 9:4, where a seal is placed on the righteous to spare them from divine judgment. It is a mark that not only protects, but also identifies them as an integral part of God's plan, carrying a mission that transcends this world. Finally, as first fruits, they are not only the first chosen, but also a reflection of what is to come. They demonstrate that even during the Great Tribulation, God preserves and uses a remnant to fulfill His will. Their mission of proclaiming the Lamb's message amid chaos makes them a vital link between heaven and earth, a bridge between grace and judgment. The destiny of the 144,000, however, does not end with their mission during the tribulation. The vision described in Revelation 14:1 is one of the most sublime and significant in all of Scripture. The 144,000 standing with the Lamb on Mount Zion. This moment marks the culmination of their spiritual and missionary journey, a meeting that reveals both the Lamb's victory and the triumph of faithfulness during the Great Tribulation. But what does this scene truly mean, and why is it so important? Mount Zion, mentioned throughout the Bible, is often associated with God's presence and the place of His dwelling among His people. In Hebrews 12:22, it is described as the heavenly destination of the redeemed, where communion with God is complete. In the Revelation vision, the 144,000 are shown on Mount Zion as those who have remained faithful to the end. This is the place of the ultimate reunion with the Lamb, Jesus Christ, the center of all divine redemption. Alongside the Lamb, the 144,000 sing a unique song that no one else can learn. Revelation 14:3. This song is not merely music. It is a symbol of their unique experience. It reflects their journey of spiritual purity, their mission to proclaim God's message, and their victory over the forces of evil. It is an expression of worship, born from a life fully surrendered to God's plan. The meeting on Mount Zion also carries powerful symbolism of victory. During the Great Tribulation, the 144,000 faced intense opposition, but their divine seal ensured protection and purpose. Now, standing with the Lamb, they find themselves in the place of highest honor. This moment signifies the fulfillment of God's plan, where those who were faithful receive their eternal reward. However, this scene is not just about celebration, it is also a milestone in the unfolding events of Revelation. The 144,000 and their unique song highlight the central role of the Lamb in the culmination of God's plan. Everything revolves around Him, His promises, His sacrifice, and His ultimate victory over evil. The 144,000 described in Revelation are not isolated within the Scriptures. On the contrary, they are part of a web of connections that spans the Bible, revealing God's ongoing purpose to protect and guide His people. To fully understand the role of this chosen group, it is essential to explore passages that relate to their identity and mission. The vision in Ezekiel 9:4 is one of the clearest links to the 144,000. In this chapter, God commands man with a writing kit to mark the foreheads of those who mourn and lament over the abominations committed in Jerusalem. This mark spares them from the judgment that is about to come upon the city. Just as in Ezekiel, the 144,000 are sealed on their foreheads, ensuring their protection against the divine judgments that strike the earth. This parallel highlights the continuity of God's plan.